Ladies, gentlemen, and whoever or whatever you identify as, welcome back to the Shed of Dread and welcome to another video. Right, it's good old article time again. Let's get the goggles on and let's crack on. Right then, She-Hulk and Doctor Who share fan alienation and critiques. This is by CBR.com. She-Hulk on Disney Plus and Doctor Who by the BBC are two very different shows going through very different changes, but fan criticisms are the same. Are they indeed? She-Hulk and Doctor Who are both dominating the airwaves. No. She-Hulk is doing really badly, and we all know from previous videos that I've done that Doctor Who is currently right down in the toilet pan. So they're not dominating anything. But in any case, we'll carry on for very different reasons. In the former, Tatiana Maslany has just begun an adventure as the title heroine, a herald to the silliest bits of Marvel humour. There is a review of what I think of She-Hulk coming up shortly, but that it ain't. In any case, I'll carry on. Across the pond, obviously here in the UK and time and space, Jodie Whittaker is ending her tenure, thank the Lord, as the Doctor after revealing her the character's origin. No. What we did with the Timeless Child is we Chris Chibnall took the opportunity to bastardise the Doctor and, in his words, erase the male whiteness out of the Doctor with that rubbish, and in reality, for revealing the Doctor's origin, which completely destroys the existence and meaning to the Doctor, because the Doctor isn't from Gallifrey, the Doctor isn't as old as they say, and the Doctor can infinitely regenerate. But apart from that, and of course started off as a small black girl, but apart from that, so it didn't reveal the character's origins, it shit all over it and destroyed 50 years of canon, but I'll get to everything, and giving way to Shooter Gatwan, but ignoring the fact that the 60th coming and David Tennant's going to be back as the Doctor. So in any case, though Disney Plus series and the BBC drama are very different shows, looking at the comments on news articles about either and you will wield very similar sentiments. So I have to get this just right. Many viewers stated they're both poorly written. They are. While most episodes of Doctor Who are written by different people, you wouldn't think so. Some audiences stating that the stars are horrid actors. Both Whittaker and Maslany received accolades for their acting in the past. Where was Whittaker's accolades in the past? Anyone? Any accolades? Any awards for her previous acting ability? At all. And as for Tatiana, anything there? I mean, she was very good in Orphan Black, where she had to play, was it 5 or 6 different people? Well, different versions of herself. But any actual accolades? Any whatsoever? Any case. Both shows have been identified as disrespectful to the legacy of their characters. Correct. Despite both franchises further themselves from their origins for decades. Incorrect. You're missing it. What both Doctor Who and She-Hulk have done is twisted their origin story to fit the writer's preference, showing zero respect to the original origins of the original creation of those characters. No matter how much you try and paint it any other way and give it any other sort of thing, that is not how it is. These statements don't tend to make much sense, but there are common complaints surrounding narratives about women. Incorrect. There you go, doing what they always do, which is to turn it about. It's about women. You don't like women. Well, we all know the She-Hulk is female. I mean, the biggest clue for that is She-Hulk. We're all fully aware it's a female character, so that particular argument doesn't stand up. And Jodie's biggest criticism is not about the fact that she's a woman, but is it the fact that she acts poorly, she doesn't act like the Doctor, she gives nothing to the Doctor's role, and what the vast majority of complaints are against that show is because of how it's poorly written, filled full of woke messaging, and it's just awful. And if it's not just awful, you can go from 18 million to 2 million in the space of 3 series means people aren't enjoying what they're seeing. The current thing is not Doctor Who. Okay? Nothing to do with it being a woman. But of course, that's why we make things like we gender swap or race swap characters, because it's a convenient excuse to throw at people, just try and blow a smoke screen over it and pretend that everything's any complaint is because, oh, it's because we've done this. Not the fact that 99% of people are going, no, it's because it's written really badly. It's awful. And no offence, the representation of women in both She-Hulk and the Doctor Who have not been flattering in any way, shape or form. In any case, I digress, let's carry on. The essay, Sci-Fi Fandoms in the Digital Age, Star Trek, Star Wars, Doctor Who Fandoms and Social Media, here we go, by Gabriella, well there you go, T. Lower and Lee E. Shackfield, Karen E. Dill Shackfield and Melody Metcalf. So we're coming from a feminist point of view, no doubt. Outlines fun related to Star Trek, Star Wars and Doctor Who. The paper indicates that groups tend to become divisive in accordance with their size. So a large family is likely to have more dissenting opinions. Really? The authors cite a 2018 trolling study by Fu Hyun Hong and Keng Tian Ching, fucking hell, to establish the feelings of inferiority tend to increase trolling behaviour. Bullshit, but we'll carry on. These facts suggest that negative sentiments are unlikely to be completely arise from truly disliking the media. They come from a feeling of abandonment by the medium of the fans' embrace. This could take many forms, but the aforementioned comments and their framing indicates it's chiefly because both She-Hulk and Doctor Who have put a woman front and centre, after decades of focusing on their male counterparts. It's called the She-Hulk. It's always been a fucking woman. It's nothing to do with putting a woman in place, because it is a woman. How you can say that with the She-Hulk? It's called the She-Hulk. It's been the She-Hulk in comics, and no offence, it was a woman. Doctor Who, yes, I can kind of see what you're getting at, but the vast majority of people don't give a shit about the fact it was Jodie Whittaker, and more to do with the fact that it was poorly written. But I shall continue. I can't believe they're saying that the She-Hulk is being badly represented because he's put a woman in it when it is all about a woman. Sometimes my head hurts, but in any case, let's carry on. These feelings of inferiority among those who have been abandoned by the stories and creative teams, leading to trolling and malice seen across the comment section. Yeah, but I'm sure you won't actually show the proper comment section, because remember that Disney and Amazon and these people are very good at removing things that they don't want to hear. But we'll carry on. She-Hulk knew it was going to receive a backlash and incorporated it into the series. Season 1, Episode 3, which was the last one I watched, The People vs. Emil Blonsky, showed a stream of fictional criticisms eerily similar to those of the Marvel Entertainment's comment section. Doctor Who's embrace of its changing dynamic is emblematic of the series, also knowing exactly what's going to happen. No, that was bullshit. What a crock of crap. Based on the history of Star Trek, Star Wars and Doctor Who, these reactions are likely to become more significant part of the franchise's meta-narrative as more women appear in strong roles. But the She-Hulk's already a fucking woman. And more acknowledge that the potential criticism comments, misogynistic tweets and review bombings will occur. Well, there we go. Off we go with the standard thing. Well, you're a misogynistic, you're sexist, you're racist, and any negative comments is you just review bombing. Because that's all you're saying. I think it's really pulling you, misogynistic, racist dinosaur. Yeah, review bombed it. Don't just try and point out how shit you... No, that's it. So we can see how this is going. She-Hulk may legitimately be off-putting viewers. Yes, it is. It's one of the worst opening viewed Marvel thing ever, because people don't want to watch it. It's a show with its flaws, as is Doctor Who. However, the moving goalposts of real fans are targeting the two franchises more than ever, even stating the creative teams are stealing creations of men. No, incorrect. Again, that's what you want it to be because you will not address the fact. But in any case, fans who feel slighted are striking out against their fandom because they feel that they're no longer part of it, instead of celebrating that more people are now included in it, except no one's fucking watching anymore. Go on then. With your fucking fancy writing thing, answer that. If everybody's wrong and the review bombing is true and everybody is misogynistic, why is no one watching? No one. Hardly anyone. Hardly anyone is watching the She-Hulk, and Doctor Who's is down in the gutter. So the question is, honestly, hand on heart, if what you are saying is true, why are people not watching? So that is the end of that article. So basically that article is saying, like we've always been treated, all of those people who dare criticise or dare mention the fact that we're not particularly happy with this, it's because you're misogynistic, it's because a woman's in place. I mean, I can't literally believe that they actually said that the people don't like She-Hulk because a woman's in it, even though it's called the She-Hulk, which is them just showing their sheer stupidity and willingness to blame every Easternism without addressing the fact that the reason why people are not watching the She-Hulk and the reason why people are not watching Doctor Who is because it is poorly written. It is poorly written. And the question has to be is how that when men direct women, they portray them, do actually portray them as strong female heroines. I know those of you on the left, there have never been any such thing, but I could list 100. In fact, I have done once, listed 100. 100 strong women in films way before you lot saying there weren't any. Yet when a woman directs, or when it's done with a female-led thing, they portray women as stupid people. I mean, the She-Hulk for one has one where they're twerking. Yeah? That doesn't really indicate or show somebody as being strong, does it? You lower it down to the lowest common denominator. Or you make them Mary Sues where they're incredibly strong for no reason. And you attack people like myself and others who are raising genuine criticisms and saying, look, this is terrible, it's not written well. I mean, I was asked this question by Sophia Miles. Sorry. My apologies, I've got your surname wrong now. You're going to have a shout at me again, aren't you? And she couldn't understand the split in the fandom. But the split's there because we're treated like we're not allowed to criticise. It's no good relying on critics from like Rotten Tomatoes or people like this. I've got to have a sip of my coffee. Because they're paid for, they're shills, they'll do and say whatever you tell them to do. So the only real true critics of things are people on YouTube. And we're misogynistic. I mean, I'm sure I'll be called a sexist, misogynistic idiot, but you please tell me how I can complain about She-Hulk, because due to them I'm complaining about She-Hulk because it's got a woman in it. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a fat guy sitting in his shed surrounded by his toys. But you let me know what you think. There's a comment section down below. Remember, there are no right or wrong comments. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, and this is my humble opinion. What I've just presented in front of you is how I feel about it. But you let me know how you feel about it. If you enjoyed this video, you could like and share. That would be really appreciative if you could do that, because liking and sharing helps the algorithm in YouTube and gets more people to watch my videos. If you've enjoyed what you've seen on here, then you could just subscribe. That would be much appreciated. Now, if you do subscribe, right next to there's a little bell. You ding that. I mean, the subscription thing's down there, right here. It's somewhere on the bottom, depending on what device you're looking at on the actual description. Right next to there's a bell. You click that bell and select it to all, and you should get a notification from YouTube that I've done another video. Now, on that point, Not necessarily straight away as I do it. I've literally just had a notification from one of my friends who I subscribe to, and I got a notification about a video they did 4 days ago. So, but that's YouTube. That's the master we play with. So, with that, and as always, and until the next one, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to love you and leave you. Thank you for spending some time with me. It always has. Much appreciated.